How did I become the Black Widow? Well, I started playing pool actually in New York City. The first pool room I ever played in, right here.
Really?
This used to be called Chelsea Billiards, and then it was revamped, but that was just a few years ago. And then I used to play at this place in Howard Beach, and the room owner used to make fun of me because he said that I would lure my opponents to the table and eat them alive, and I would trick them because I would seem so sweet, and then it would all change at the table. And we just had a lot of fun with it, and I think the name stuck. I didn't really like it because your friends just call you whatever they want, you just ignore it, but then when everyone else calls you that, but I'm like, but I'm really nice. But I got used to it. Now I'm very comfortable with it. Comfortable with, you know, the women of today. We are competitive, we are strong, we're powerful, we're beautiful, and I just love being able to celebrate that, and I think the Black Widow allows for that. It allows you to be feminine, cool, but strong, and breaking balls, baby. Well, actually, I'm coaching. I think that a few of the celebrities would be quite mad if I was to play in the tournament. So I'm going to be coaching, and yeah, we're going to be doing a bunch of trick shots and challenging people, and just getting in the spirit of playing pool and supporting Rush, and just being out there having a good time. This is the best event of the year, and it's a lot of fun, and we're going to have a good time.
Speaking of Rush, how did you get involved with this event and Justin Tuck?
You know, Justin Tuck loves pool, and I had the opportunity to work with him on this event, and because of that, I found out about Rush, and I just have a tremendous amount of respect for him, and I love kids. It's what I studied in college. Was early childhood development, and so even if I ever retire from pool, which will hopefully within the next 10 years, I would love the opportunity to work more with kids and maybe even work more with him on that.
Okay, so are there any projects you've been working on outside of pool?
Well, in the last 2 years, I have a 9-month-old and a 19-month-old, so I'm just trying to get back in pool form and just get back to number one and just start killing them. So that's my priority. Outside of that, I do a lot of work with Bass Pro Shots and the American Pool Players Association in Liquid Wick, and we go out there and we do trick shots all over the place and play people and have a good time.
So how would you say being a pool player has changed your life?
Well, first of all, just pool as a sport, just pool by itself, you learn a lot about who you are, because you really have to kind of conquer your own demons, and it's very easy when you get competitive to make excuses for yourself, excuses for why you didn't win, why they got lucky, and you really have to kind of take a good look at yourself and find a way to break through a lot of barriers, and I think that it relates to sport. You know, I learned from Lynn St. James a long time ago, the Indy race car driver, and she said, first you've got to learn the rules, then you've got to play by the rules, and then you've got to win by the rules, and only then can you change the rules. And a lot of times people get that mixed up, and they start thinking the rules aren't right, we're going to change things, we're going to change the world, but they really don't know what they're talking about, and they haven't earned the respect to be mouthing off. And if you kind of try to do things in that order, you can really get far in life, and I try to live that by that now.
If you had to pick one moment in your career as a pool player that is sort of the defining moment, what would that be?
Winning the gold medal at the World Games when we finally became an Olympic sport, and I got to, I had just come off the back surgery. I was given very short notice that I was representing the U.S. to play for the gold for the first time as a medal sport, not just exhibition sport. And winning that, ripping it out of Karen Kaur's hand, felt pretty good. And then also after that, calling my dad and going, Dad, I won the gold, I won. He was like, yes, Korea has the gold. And I'm like, Dad, it's a U.S. gold medal, Dad. He was like, oh, the Koreans know, they know. And, okay, Dad, you know, whatever you say.
All right, thank you very much.
It was a lot of fun. Thank you. See you later.